Yo! Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Movie Updates, brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punch305, and with me, as always, old school gaming specialist and old school movie specialist, Uncle Willie.
I was going to make the observation that an old school gaming specialist in a movie podcast is miscast. But yes, I know about old movies too, so that counts.
Indeed, but we had to let everybody know that you also know about old games as well.
Well, yeah, because that's my thing, right?
But yeah, because it is the thing, and we like playing with it.
You might want to change how you say that.
No, I'm gonna keep it as is.
You're gonna go with that? You're gonna go with the fact that we like to play with it?
Yes.
I'm pineapples.
You're gonna have plenty of that too. And because of pineapples, this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGeeks, GEEKS 10, all in caps. And
I have to keep reminding you.
Well,
I have to keep reminding you to say the website.
That's right. That's destined to dominate.com. Because, Willie has to remind me because I'm such a moron. That's DESTINED 2, the number 2, dominate, DOMINATE.com. And guys, do us a favor. Make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification button.
Yeah, make sure to hate, comment, and subscribe. Why don't you?
Just hit it hard.
Beat it hard.
No, we're not retarded. We're not sick. Oh my god.
I'm done with you. I am so done with you.
All right, guys, let's get started. Before our feature presentation, we like to bring up some movie and show news just to keep you guys up to speed on what's going on out there.
What is wrong with you today?
I have no idea. I am so everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Does that even make sense?
You're nowhere. Yeah, you're absolutely nowhere.
No, I know I'm not. I know I am. Oh my god. You know what? Let's get started because I'm going to lose myself.
It's almost like something is distracting you.
You think?
Were you doing anything that would take your mind off of what you're doing?
You shut your face when you're talking to me like that. You shut your face.
I don't know. I don't know what things you've been
looking
at.
You don't want.
I mean, did I say looking at? I didn't mean looking at.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I don't know what you're talking about, right? I don't know what you're talking about. All I'm going to tell you is we got to get started because people need to hear what we got to say.
You're a dirty man.
Shut your face.
I mean, you are.
Well, so are you. What the hell?
Well, but I'm not the one hiding from it.
Who said I was?
You.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now I know what the pineapples are for.
Anyways, every DCEU movie is coming to the DC fandom event, and guys, this is like insane news. So far, DC fans are about to expect a DC fandom event that's going to be coming soon in August 22nd this year, and it's going to be a one-time event. One time. And Willie, can you please help explain a little bit more about this?
Okay, it's DC Fan Dome. First off,
I call it Dome.
Like Terror Dome, but
yes,
with fans.
Indeed.
Now I'm imagining the Terror Dome, but with a lot of ceiling fans.
Oh God!
Because I can do. Well, August 22nd to 2020. It's a virtual event.
Mm-hmm.
People will be able to. It's free to all, so just log in and check it out. I mean, it's a DC event. Obviously, DC fans will get the most of it, but movie fans will be interested too because DC's had a couple of good movies.
Indeed.
A couple.
Indeed.
I can't say that. I mean, they've had their share of successes, and supposedly they'll be showing quite a few of their upcoming movies that they're hoping to be successes.
Which one will those be?
This is quite a list, I'll tell you. Obviously, Wonder Woman 1984.
Okay.
The delayed thanks to the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Of course.
movie that was supposed to come out. I guess it's still gonna try to come out this year.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But
I
it's
think it
kind of
is.
like,
I think they're trying
well,
to
it's up in
push it
the
for this
air.
year still. They're trying to push it
It's
still.
up in the air. They want to. We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
But whatever. It's supposed to come out. Of course, they're going to show it. They're also going to show the Justice League Snyder's cut, because reasons. That's the one. I mean, I want to see Wonder Woman 1984 because Wonder Woman. But I really want to see the Snyder cut to see what they're going to show.
I'm interested in that. So far, like I said in the last movie review that we talked about, that they're changing the sky from the bright red to like a darker tone. So it's going to be a little more different. I mean, if you're going to watch the movie, watch it now. You're going to see how that almost end screen, you see how like the whole sky is like that bright red and weird color, like end of days color. But supposedly in the Snyder Cut, from the little sneak peek they gave us, it's going to be like almost dark, like black. So, okay, if that's a start, fine. I just want to see more.
I mean, but that's the least of the changes.
Yeah, no,
like,
of course.
I mean,
this is just that's considered to me like cosmetic. Let's just say.
Considering the tonal train wreck that Justice League was because of Joss Whedon's influence,
Of course.
I want to see what this thing looks like 100% Snyderfied.
Do you think once it's Snyderfied, do you think that they'll have a chance to make a part 2? I mean, depending.
No,
they won't.
No.
Damn. No. Because I was thinking about it. Because if they were to get, let's say, for instance, all this fandom build up, people buying HBO Max, they're trying to get the DC Online stuff, and all that for the Snyder Cut. You think that? I mean, I'm gonna take a wild guess that some of the proceeds will go to them. But you think that there's a possibility? I mean, the time can tell. Time will tell if that can happen. But wouldn't it be amazing to hear that something like that happened? Like, because the movie did so great on HBO Max and the DC Online and all that they say, you know what, we're gonna continue with this movie franchise, and Snyder's gonna keep directing it.
In order for that to happen, the HBO Max uptick in subscriptions just for the Snyder Cut would have to be enormous. I'm talking Netflix levels. Because the whole reason why they're doing this is because they need something for HBO Max, because evidently Sopranos and Friends aren't enough. And they had this laying around and decided, maybe we'll throw an extra $20-40 million on this and see what we can get out of it. That's the only way I see anything else coming out of this.
I mean, I guess.
Remember that a lot of what was supposed to happen in the DCEU because of this movie has been canceled.
Yeah,
the majority of it.
Yeah,
we'll
you're
get to that
right.
too.
Yeah, I just feel that or actually, it's not even a feel. It's more like a wishful thinking that something like that would happen to them. I mean, look, I'm not a DC fan, but I do like good movies, and I love comic book superhero movies as much as any nerd out there. But if I were to say that this would happen, that would be amazing. I mean, for comics and all nerds and geeks alike, this would be amazing to happen. Like, that they just say, you know what? Because of all the love that we received for making the Snyder Cut, we're gonna continue with this trail and make more movies. That follows behind this whole Snyder Cut. But again, it's kind of sad that who knows if it happens or it won't. Which it looks more like it won't. But you know what? Enough that. Let's keep going. Okay. Willie, that we have... actually...
Hold on. I'm not done with the list.
Okay, no, because I was going to keep going with the DCU thing.
Right.
Being that they're going to be doing this in August, and San Diego Comic-Con is going to do it in ending of July, wouldn't that be kind of weird? Because San Diego Comic-Con mostly caters to like movies like the DC movies and stuff like that. Won't that kind of like have some sort of like little rough patches? I mean, they show movies and whatnot as well as introduce you to trailers and whatnot. Won't that kind of not contradict, but won't they have a little friction between it?
We'll get there. We haven't finished with the list of movies.
Oh, okay. Please, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, after the Snyder Cut, the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn Suicide Squad.
Ooh. So, okay, so it's the Suicide Squad. Okay.
Yes. That whether it's going to be Suicide Squad 2 or whatever, who knows? The production was stopped because of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
Mm-hmm.
But they have some stuff going around. Some stuff cut. Maybe they'll make a trailer of it. But there's going to be a presence of it. There's going to be a presence for the movie. Another movie that's going to have a presence, the Batman.
I want to see that
which
one. I hope it does good.
I know everybody's hating on it because Robert Pattinson is supposedly Bruce Wayne. Got to remind you guys, the guy's a pretty good actor despite Twilight.
Of course.
Give him a chance.
I'm actually hoping he does well. You know that? I'm not being optimistic because I do have my moments with him.
You are the eternal optimist. We've already covered it.
Oh.
And by the way, there is proof that he was being optimistic about the Sonic movie.
Jesus
when it was that
Christ.
furry monster. There is proof.
All right,
I have
fine.
Show it. Thank you.
You fuck. I hate you so much.
I mean, I want to be optimistic about this one too. Again, he is a good actor, and I'm sure he'll do a good job.
I'm sure he will too.
Will the writing be there? I hope it is.
I pray on it.
A lot of times, I mean, everybody loved Batfleck, but it was hard to defend him in Justice League, and that wasn't his fault.
Indeed, that's what that hurt a lot, man.
Hurt him too.
Yes,
hurt him so much he doesn't want to be Batman no more.
Big time.
Anyway, next movie showing up, Black Adam, and Dwayne Johnson has said that he's going to be at Fandom, so he's going to be pimping this.
Oof.
And I'm interested. I am interested.
I'm interested. I mean, he's actually a pretty good actor, and I do picture him a lot as Black Adam. So let's see how that rolls out.
I think he'd make a good Black Adam.
I think so too.
Another movie, and this one's a huge question mark.
Go ahead.
The Flash.
Ugh.
The reason why I say it's a huge question mark, number one, is what we talked about how the DCU's plans were scrapped after Justice League did what it did. But a bigger concern is the fact that Ezra Miller is pretty damaged goods right now. For those of you who don't know, Ezra Miller has been in the news for a lot of bad reasons. Most recently for choking out a female fan of all things. And if he hasn't been fired, it's because Warner Brothers is trying really, really, really hard to dance around it. This is another Amber Heard situation.
Jesus Christ.
Which is funny because another one of the movies that's looking to be premiered, or at least teased, is Aquaman 2.
Yeah, I heard.
If we could just get these DC superheroes to stop beating up on people,
right? I mean, this chick beat up Johnny Depp.
She beat up Jack Sparrow.
Yes,
but Ezra Miller beat up a woman. Well, he didn't beat her up, but he did try to choke her out.
I mean,
not a good look.
No, it's not a good look, and especially if God knows she's like, hey, you think you could choke me out? That's my fetish, and he does it, and they caught him in mid moment.
I mean, with even with consent, that's not a good look.
Yeah, at all.
At least not in public.
At least in private, that would be fine.
In private, okay, whatever. But now the one movie that I'm hoping gets at least teased or shown or premiered or whatever, Shazam 2.
Oh hell yeah. Yes.
Because listen, I don't care what y'all say. Shazam was a good movie.
It was fantastic. That movie was great.
Shazam was a really good movie.
Oh hell yeah. I was so glad to see the private screening of that movie. Oh my god.
Yeah. And a part 2? Yes.
Yes.
Now, will Henry Cavill be a part of any of this?
I hope so.
I mean, he likes the thought of working with Zack Snyder again, which shows a lot for the man. I mean, he's gotten raked over the coals by all this, but the man had a vision, and the people he worked with were at least down with that vision. And Henry Cavill coming back and doing some new scenes just to finish up the Snyder cut, and maybe another cameo in Shazam.
I'll be so down.
I'll be
Shazam
good.
is such a good movie that if he shows up, it'll be extra for me.
That ending was cool. That little
yes.
cameo, even though it wasn't him.
Which shockingly,
Because that was not him.
I was gonna say, bro, they put him in there, just did not put his face, but
No, that wasn't him. But that was cool. That was cool.
It was. I agree.
But anyway, that's the scoop on DC's fandom. I'm as much as I'm not a DC fanboy like cousin Jose. I still love DC. Like if there was a movie that I wanted to see on the big screen succeed, it was Justice League.
Yeah.
Fucked it up, but you got a chance to fix it.
Yeah.
And I want to see what's going on with this because they have some good properties here, and if it's done right, it's a good thing for comic book lovers and for moviegoers.
Indeed. Look, and speaking about good things, like one show specifically from DC that I freaking admire, Doom Patrol. I love that. I love that show. It is so bonkers. It's perfect. It's technically us, dude. You have to see it.
Well, I mean, what can I tell you? I haven't watched any of these shows.
I understand.
I haven't watched any of the Marvel shows either. Well, I did see the Netflix ones.
Yeah, of course, but the
But
other
I didn't see I didn't see Agents of Shield. I didn't see the Runaways. I definitely didn't see Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, don't worry, I'm right behind you with that one. I have not seen none of those yet.
But I don't watch TV much no more, and so this one didn't really sink to me. Although I should have, if only because George of the Jungle is in it.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Brendan Fraser, by the way,
is so funny. Brandon Fraser in this show is hilarious. I mean,
I had forgotten just how much I missed seeing Brendan Fraser in something.
I do.
I should see the show just for that.
You should. He is generally funny, and his character is just off the fucking walls. But then again, everybody in Doom Patrol is off the fucking wall. But speaking about Doom Patrol, there's a season 2 trailer that is already out, and it looks sick. Something is up, and all I know about this that we're gonna get some new villains. We're gonna get the Candlemaker, Dr. Time, Red Jack, the Sex Man. I don't know about that last one. That one was just pretty like, okay, fine, sure, the Sex Man. Sounds like a party to me. But
so Ron Jeremy's a villain now.
He's the Hedgehog. Don't do that.
What if Sonic the Hedgehog would have been about him?
You know what, dude? No. You got to no. You know what? Season 2 Doom Patrol is coming soon.
Come on, him just showing up and saying "gotta fuck fast," and all his hair is blue.
Oh, stop! Pineapples. Stop!
Oh, now you want to talk about pineapples?
Yes, I do, because you're bringing Ron Jeremy into something that we don't need to. We just brought in Ron Jeremy and Sonic the Hedgehog into Doom Patrol. Does that sound right to you?
Person? Aren't they the same person? You notice that you never see them in the same room. You never see them in the same picture. You never see them together, do you?
You're the freaking worst, dude. You are the fucking worst.
I'm the best at it, though. I'm the best at it.
Damn right. And I will never change that in the world. But go ahead.
To answer your previous question. About Comic-Con and fandom.
Oh, okay.
There has been discussion about whether or not DC is going to skip the virtual Comic-Con in favor of fandom. Because, yes, they do show off things in Comic-Con. They may want to hold all their cards until their event. But if Marvel's going to show, wouldn't that mean that Marvel's going to have it the whole superhero game all to themselves? Then again, DC did have the show to themselves, that all of Comic Con to themselves a couple of years ago. That didn't do them too good.
It did not. It did not.
But I guess the only thing that we can do is hang on and see.
I agree.
When's virtual Comic Con again?
That is in August 22nd, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's
the virtual Comic Con.
That's Fandom.
Sorry, wrong one. Ooh, damn. I don't. Let me see.
I'm gonna look it up. They haven't actually set out on a date. The original dates were July 23rd to 26 through 26.
Well, that is true. They just said that it was gonna be somewhere end of July.
So it might be around that time.
Yeah, that's why I was like, because I was thinking about it. I know it was somewhere around end of July, and this is gonna be in August 22nd, where that's where the rough patches where I was thinking about was gonna happen. Because it's gonna be kind of awkward, you know what I'm saying? Like, being that San Diego Comic Con talks about, of course, comics and comic book movies and stuff like that, and I know for a fact that they're gonna be there. Won't that be like kind of like not an overkill, but it'll be kind of weird just to have that around because they're gonna be talking about comic books over there and stuff like that.
It might benefit DC to hold off their big announcements for their own event, because if you announce everything in Comic Con, the only thing you're doing with your event is fleshing out what you already said.
So this is technically going to be a tease then, and let's say for Comic Con.
Maybe we'll hang a definite maybe on that, because there's no word as of this taping. There's no word.
There's no word. That's true. Willie.
But yes.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm being polite to you. You keep going. I'm not your buddy. I'm not your buddy, pal.
I'm not your pal, friend.
I'm not your friend, buddy.
I'm not your buddy, pal.
I'm not your pal, friend.
All right.
Let's go. Because everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with these two?"
No, they're all like, "Yeah, it's already old. We saw that episode."
I remember. You remember?
I remember. So anyway, you were saying?
No, that we're talking about this whole thing about movies and whatnot, but there's also news about the movie theaters itself.
Yeah, pretty potentially important news.
Very important news, especially with the Backstreet Boys reunion going on.
Or scary, depending on your opinions of the Backstreet Boys.
Correct. Which Cinemark and Regal this week both announced that they're planning to reopen movie theaters in the U.S. following closures due to, the human malware, or as we like to say it as well, the Backstreet Boys reunion. Regal plans to reopen theaters starting July 10th, while Cinemark has set a time for this Friday and expected to have all locations open up on July 17th. Cinemark and Regal both are the largest theater chains there is in the U.S., and also, just keep in mind, they will have safety and cleaning measures in place. But that still kind of like worries me, especially that being that we're in a stage right now where everything kind of calmed down from the Backstreet Boys reunion, and it's slowly coming right back up because of all the protests and stuff that's been going on.
No. It's not slowly. It's spiked here. We're in Florida.
I say slowly because it just like oh my god, it was actually let me be honest, it will be a spike because with all the things that have been going on lately here in Miami, it's skyrocketing. The beaches are opening, people are being a little more careless now because they think this is just a gig or whatever. And then of course with everything that's going on with the protests and stuff, that everyone's just all together, not being too careful. Of course, there's going to be spiked. There's been a lot of cases going on about this. And now with the theaters opening up, and there's talks that supposedly, we're probably going to go back into hibernation, if y'all know what I mean, because of the Backstreet Boys reunion. Willie, what are your
First
thoughts
of
about this? I mean, please tell me.
first of all, I'm gonna say it. I know it's un-American to say it, but I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
Backstreet Boys should have never reunited.
I agree.
Look at how much trouble we've gone through ever since their reunion.
Yes.
But
It's
honestly,
bad.
this is actually a pretty big deal, movie-wise, as far as not just movies in general, but the entire theater business. This is a big deal. Movie theaters are struggling to find a way to reopen safely. Movie distributors are looking to find ways to help get seats back in theater seats, butts in theater seats, I should say. And then seriously, situation right now with cases spiking in several places may put a huge damper on that. We spoke last week about the movie Tenet, which excuse me, they're trying really hard to get to open on July 31st. They're going to need movie theaters to open it because they do not want to put Tenet on digital streaming. Warner Brothers is making a real big hard bet on that this movie will be able to premiere in theaters. Cinemark and Regal are trying to do their part. They'll be open in time. AMC will be far behind. Won't be far behind. AMC is the biggest of all the theater chains. But will spikes in Backstreet Boys reunion cases lead to all those plans being axed?
I don't know. Time. It looks like time will
think
tell.
so.
To me, time will tell.
I think so. Honestly, time will tell. But I think it's an inevitability, primarily because movie theaters are going to have a hard time ensuring that people are going to be able to watch movies safely. And even if they can ensure some kind of way for people to watch movies safely, it's going to cut heavily into revenues because you got to figure that the theaters will only be a quarter full.
Yeah, because they're gonna need
You gotta have
spaces.
distancing.
Yeah.
You got to have spacing. You got to have all manner of crazy ways for people to get around each other without, getting too close to each other. And if they're going to go and buy concessions, I mean, because, people are going to want their huge buckets of popcorn and Blue Moon beer because reasons.
Of course.
And how are you going to ensure that people are going to be able to get all their stuff? Remember that movie theaters depend heavily on revenues from concessions.
That is true.
They can't not have that.
The only thing I can think about that they'll do for at least for the concession part, you know how usually when you go to theaters they only have that one specific area you're going to go to that's the main lobby. I think they're going to probably do all three lobbies. The one that parts the east, the one that parts to the west, down the middle.
Well, I mean,
and then you're going to have the ones that walk in the theater.
Most theaters now have more than one concession area.
No, they do, which is absolutely true. But there's been a lot that I've been to that they just open up one concession stand, and it's always the main one you walk into. And then when you go to, like, let's say to go see your theater, and it's in one of those parts that you have to go like down a hallway, whatever, there's always that empty concession stand that's never used, and it's just there. And I'm always wondering, like, when the hell they're gonna use that shit?
That's used for when it's like peak traffic, and I would figure that with as part of their safety plan, they would want to have that one open just to not have people crowded in one line, one set of lines.
I see.
But the one that I worry about, which I haven't heard talk, is Cobb theaters. And I only worry about Cobb because I've become spoiled like you have. And I like going to a theater, one of the theater chains they have called Cine Bistro.
Oh, yes. I love Cine Bistro.
They're not everywhere. So to explain, Cine Bistro is a movie theater geared for adults where you sit down and they give you a menu and you order real food.
Yeah, with real drinks.
At your seat with real drinks.
Yes.
At your seat, and they bring you your real food. Yeah, they have popcorn and candy too for you traditionalists.
And of course, you
But
recline as well and enjoy your movie.
all those seats are comfortable as hell.
Oh yes.
Those seats are ultra comfortable. And there's other premier theater chains like that. Like I'm thinking, I forgot the name of it now, so let's not even talk about it. But you know, I would like to go. I would like to see if that experience is preserved. That might help a little bit in keeping things safe, if only because you're gonna have someone come to your seat who's gonna be wearing a mask, so it's like a restaurant, and restaurants are allowed open.
Hmm.
That's just me speculating because I like the theater chain and I like going there, and any plan that has movie theaters opening has me looking there.
I got you. Yeah, same here. And you know what, Willie?
What's that?
I think it's time.
You think it's time?
I think it's time to talk about our feature presentation.
You think that they're ready?
I can only pray. I know I'm
Were
not.
you?
I was never
gonna
ready.
say,
I was never ready.
you weren't ready.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah, yeah. And you saw this years ago, and you're
Oh
still
my
not
god.
ready.
I saw this years ago and that
Okay.
was under the influence with a lot of food as well, and I'm still not even ready. Can we be honest?
Okay. Yes. So, our feature for our movie podcast, Have You Seen, likes to delve into maybe lesser known movies, maybe movies that are known but not for why. This movie that we have today, though, ooh boy. All right, so we're video game. We're primarily a video game podcast, so we're always talking about video games and stuff. Eventually, we'll get into talks about movies about video games.
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog comes to mind.
Of course.
But what if I told you that there was a movie that came out in China that was a video game movie, but in the weirdest possible way?
And here we go, kids.
You would have, and you would have 1993's Future Cops. Okay, I'll set the scene for you.
Go ahead.
It starts in the year 2043, and there's an evil crime lord trying to take over the world. Not that big of a deal.
Sounds
He
alright.
was arrested, he was sentenced to jail, but his minions hatch a plan to travel to 1993 to kill the judge that sentenced the crime lord before he has a chance to even take office.
And that's logic.
So you got your really batshit time travel plot line. Okay, except that the general is General Vega. Now, I say General Vega, your thoughts immediately go to Street Fighter, and you're absolutely right,
Ding 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 ding.
but in the wrong way. See, Vega is his name outside of the U.S. People in the U.S. will know him as M. Bison. Yes, M. Bison from Street Fighter is an evil crime lord in 2043. And his minions include Kent, who was supposed to be Ken,
Mm-hmm.
the Thai King, aka Sagat, and Toyota. No points guessing who he's supposed to be. But again, Ken and E Honda, good guys supposedly, are part of the general's minions. And the future cops, the ones who originally captured the general, M. Bison, include Lung, who is Ryu, Broomhead, I love that name,
They're
Broomhead.
perfect. It's so perfect.
because he's Guile, Sing, who is Dalsim, and Iron Face, who is Vega known to us, but outside of here, he's known as Balrog. The reason for the name mix-up, I should throw that one in there.
Please do.
In Japan, M. Bison was the name of the boxer. You know, the guy who looks like Mike Tyson. His name was M. Bison. Since since Capcom thought it would be a bad idea, it would be a bad look to introduce a big burly boxer named M. Bison to Americans because it's too on the nose, they changed his name to Balrog. So they changed Balrog to Vega, and they changed Vega to M. Bison. Sagat was unharmed. But yeah, a future cop movie with time travel, including Street Fighter characters. And it starts there.
All right, and now this is when I'm going to ask a question. Are you guys filled in? Because I'm not sure how your heads did not explode with
we're not
just
done.
that. No, I know, but with just that first intro. If for the ones that are still around, almost halfly brain dead, keep on listening.
Because once they get back to 1993, they have to find a judge. Okay, and they have to fit in. The judge is in school, so they have to blend in. They get jobs as teachers. One of them, Iron Face, starts striking up a romance with the sister of one of the students. Her name is Chun Mei. Yes, Chun Li. And let me tell you something. Forget about the plot in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, forget about plot. If you're watching this movie, you're watching for one reason and for one reason only: to see these characters fight.
Oh my god!
And when you see the Chun-Li character fighting with the, if I remember correctly, it was the Sagat character, Tai King. Mm-hmm. Yes, it was. When you see the Chun-Li character fighting the Sagat character, doing all the moves, but really hokey and corny, and all of a sudden being joined by her mother, also dressed like a Chun-Li, you're like, okay, this was all worth it. I didn't understand a single thing that was said, but this is worth it.
This movie is fucking amazing.
Like, you've seen that clip, everybody's seen that clip on YouTube of a Jackie Chan movie, which I wish I remember the name of it now, where he's dressed as Chun-Li and he's fighting a guy that's dressed as Ken. Like, it's playing right now. I don't even have to tell you about what it looks like. You see that, and you just saw the Chun-Li fight with the Sagat character, the two Chun-Lis. I mean, come on. It's gold.
I think the movie was called City Hunter.
It is City Hunter. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, there we go.
The Jackie Chan movie was called City Hunter. But as funny as Jackie Chan dressed as Chun-Li is, it's not as funny as two wannabe Chun-Lis fighting a wannabe Sagat.
But let's be honest. Which Street Fighter is the best?
As far as the movies?
Yes.
Well, obviously the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie is better.
Okay.
But not because of Van Damme.
No.
It is because of his eminence himself, the late, great Raul Julia.
Of course!
May rest in peace.
His M. Bison.
God.
His M. Bison was sublime.
Oh my God! How I really wish he was still alive, so we can use him to make an actual Street Fighter movie. Do you know that?
He was sick, and he still did the movie because Street Fighter was his son's favorite game.
While in chemo, the man was suffering while doing this movie, and he did it for his kids. Guys, yo, bro, I don't know what to say. That guy was just fucking amazing to me.
Much respect.
Very.
But I mean, let's face it, that movie was crap.
Yeah, that's true.
At least Future Cops is entertaining to watch.
Oh, indeed. But
because
we still have more.
it's Chinese Street Fighter slapstick. Oh yeah, the very end. There's one more cameo in there that I don't want to spoil, sort of, because you really need to see it.
Yes, I agree.
If you can find a way to just watch this movie, please do.
I highly recommend it.
It is nonsensical, but it is hilarious.
It is everything. This movie was the perfect game night, actually, guys' night that we had when we saw this movie, where we had booze everywhere, chicken nuggets
As
galore,
always.
and we just watched this movie to a point where we lost conscience. It was
No.
everything.
We had several of those. As a matter of fact, a lot of them are going to be showing up in this segment in future weeks. But this movie, I had to bring it up only because of the video game tie and just how absolutely silly yet entertaining it is. Like, this is the kind of movie you watch drunk, high, whatever your chemical of choice, take it and watch this. It is amazing.
I just want. You know what sucks? I want to see it now.
I have it.
Oh, I know you do. I know you do.
Did I mention that Chun-Li's dad is Blanca?
No, you did not. You did not.
I didn't mention that part, right?
No, you did not.
Yeah. Chun-Li's dad is Blanca. So, yeah. Enjoy. I have it. If you want to watch it, we'll schedule this.
Oh no, we have to. It's a must. But guys, if we were to give ratings right now, which I think we should, I'm giving this movie a high 8. A high 8.
We're going on a scale to 10.
Yeah.
L.
Okay. That's right. L. I'm okay.
It broke the scale. I'm sorry.
It broke
This is not the kind of movie. I don't think this is the kind of movie you can give a score to in a traditional way.
You can't. You know what?
Like, no.
You know what? If I'm gonna give it 8, then I say we give it a Whopper button.
No.
We have
do
to
not
give
push the Whopper button.
We have to push the Whopper button.
Do not push
We have
the
to push-
Whopper button.
No.
Do not push the Whopper. No, this is not a time for you to push the Whopper button. This is a time of joy. This is a time of awesomeness.
You know what? Okay, I'll give you that much. But the Whopper button will come when we talk about the him.
They're not ready yet.
We have to introduce one way or another. They need to be filled in by him.
Eventually, they will know what true Breenius is.
Oh no, absolutely. They need to know the
But not now.
greenness of Breen.
I mean, if only to explain half the references that we do on the show.
Jesus Christ, those poor people. They need to know it. I say we have to slide it to them very slowly.
That sounded really personal.
Well, it is to our fans, so we have to be dipped down and personal with them, man.
Bruh. Consent forms.
Okay, plenty of consent forms before we do Breenery.
Yes. Consent forms must be passed out before the Breenius
Yes,
is exuded.
I agree. Oh my God.
We're idiots.
Yes,
We're
we
idiots.
are. Yeah, we are. And thank you for joining us on this feature presentation of Future Cops. And
Ugh.
all I can tell you is we're so giddy about this that we can't wait to see the movie again, and also talk to you guys about these upcoming movies. We don't like to say too much on what we're gonna watch next, but I know
Yes,
next
Dave.
week. Well, next week is gonna definitely be a Breenius week. We're gonna bring you guys some. Oh my God, I forgot his name. I just call him Breen only. Oh, what's his freaking name? I forgot his name now.
Neil Breen.
Neil Breen. Yes, excuse me. I only called him Breen for so long, but we're gonna bring you an epic series of Neil Breen.
I don't know if Neil Breen is. I don't think it's time for Neil Breen.
Who?
I think that there's just plenty of good movies out there, or I should say, good movies out there.
with the little quotations. Teek, teek.
Yeah,
Yes.
quote unquote good movies out there.
You know what? I think we should put a vote.
All right, let us know.
That'd be good. Let's put out there a little vote if you guys want us to talk about Neil Breen movies, or which movie you suggest we should talk about next. It should be into the vote though.
I mean, you can, yeah. we can have them suggest stuff.
Okay, so
We have to watch it first. We have to watch it first because I like to know what I like to see the movie.
absolutely.
Some movies are perfect material for Have You Seen.
Oh my god.
I mentioned Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yes.
That could be a candidate. Amazon Women on the Moon as
Oh
well.
my god, that movie's awesome.
Samurai Cop, but not Samurai Cop 2. That movie never happened. Y'all don't know what we're talking about. That's all right.
Oh no, definitely. And yeah, well, we'll put something out there if you guys want to watch a little, want us to review a little Breen, or we'll mark Azilma as a surprise one for whatever we bring you that week. So make sure to vote. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what your thoughts. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. We're here for you. We want to hear everything. Let us know. Please, also, most important, and if you saw this movie, you better start commenting down below and tell us what did you think of this movie. We need to know. Definitely.
Oh yeah. I mean, should we? I mean, whatever. Just if they spoil the cameo, they spoil the cameo. But,
yeah, but at least it'll be down there, so it doesn't really, it doesn't really matter.
No, you know what we should talk about next?
What?
Oh no, I can't do that.
Yes, you do.
I'm not gonna say where it is. I'll have you play the clip.
Oh, okay.
The clip's playing right now. Maybe we'll have them. We'll have them. We'll talk about this. I think we'll end up talking about this.
Okay, we'll do that, guys. With that being said, and with the clip that you're watching now, we'll see you next time. And thank you for joining us. And we'll see you at the movies. Peace.
Bye.